If you've ever looked at a nose piercing and wondered, okay, what else is there to pierce with all that space in there besides the nostril or the septum? Well, if you have wondered that, then meet the nasalling piercing. This is a pretty unique and bold piercing that connects one nostril to the other through the septum. And when I mean like extreme and unique, I have never seen this in real life and really only on the internet. Even there, it's really kind of rare to see someone with a nasalling piercing. So if you're curious about nasalling piercings like me and want to learn more information, or you're considering getting a nasalling piercing, then stay tuned because in this video, we're going to go over everything you need to know about the nasalling piercing. But before we get started, hi, I'm Ruby and welcome to Pierced Owl. If you like piercings and you like watching videos about piercings, then subscribe to our channel where we post videos every single week about all things piercings and body jewelry. Okay, let's get into it. First things first, what is a nasalling piercing? A nasalling piercing is a tri-point piercing. That means one piece of jewelry passes through 3 points: your left nostril, your septal cartilage, and your right nostril. So at first glance, it could kind of just look like a double nostril piercing or a high nostril piercing, but it's actually one straight bar that goes through all three. So let's go over how it gets pierced. This is definitely not a DIY situation kind of piercing. This is a really advanced piercing that can really only be done by a professional with experience in complex facial piercings. And even then, there's a lot of piercers who still may not be comfortable. Another interesting thing to know about this piercing is that it's typically pierced in one motion, meaning that one needle is going through the nose, then the septum, then the other nose in one single push, which to me makes it seem all the more intimidating. Getting 3 piercings in one shot sounds really scary. On top of that, this is a technically precise job and requires a lot of attention to detail because, of course, you want it to be aligned with the nose and the symmetry of the face. With an extreme piercing like this, obviously, how much it hurts is a big topic of conversation. Even though you may not be planning to get a piercing like this, it's human nature to wonder, okay, how much did that hurt? I was researching this online, went on a lot of Reddit forums, and it seemed across the board, people who had had this piercing described it as one of their most painful piercings. Some even rated it on a scale of 1 to 10, being 9 or 10 out of 10. And yeah, that makes sense. You're getting 3 piercings done in one shot. And I just want to know, part going through your septum isn't like that soft, squishy part where a regular septum piercing is. It's through the cartilage, which is a really, really sensitive area of the body. So yeah, it can be a doozy. On top of that, nasalling piercings are typically done at a larger gauge, at least a 14 gauge, if not larger. The reason it's done at a larger gauge is just to help stabilize the piercing while it's healing, and it definitely doesn't make it any less painful being a larger gauge. Okay, so finally, let's go over who this piercing is for and why get it. This piercing is definitely a statement piercing. It's great for people who love piercings, want something that's rare and next level. Not only is it difficult and painful to pierce, it's also very difficult to heal and can take a year or longer to completely heal. Another reason this isn't a super popular piercing is that the look can be achieved by a double nostril piercing or a high nostril piercing. When you look at a nasalling piercing, at first glance, it may just look like a high nostril paired piercing. So with that being said, it's kind of a piercing that you get if you just are really set on getting a nasalling piercing and want that more extreme body modification. You'll need a high pain tolerance, patience during healing, proper anatomy, and access to an experienced piercer who would be willing to do this piercing for you. All right, so that's basically the lowdown on nasalling piercings. What do you think? Would you ever get one? Or do you already have one and want to share your experience? Drop a comment below and leave a thumbs up if you learned something or you just enjoyed watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos on all things piercings. If you're looking for more content from us, you can find us on Instagram and TikTok at Pierced Owl. We also have a blog linked below if you want to read up more about nasalling piercings. Great, thanks for watching our video and we'll see you next time. Bye.